If you have a gut feeling something is off, trust it.
I lived in LA for about 2 years after my divorce.
I wanted a fresh start where nobody knew me. Dating in LA taught me a lot. Here I was in my 30s trying to figure out how to date. I was working as an occupational therapist in a nursing home. A physical therapist started working there on a short-term contract. He was really cute and new in town, and of course he got me show me around town, and I was like, yeah, okay, cool. A great night, and kept hanging out. After a few weeks, I noticed that he started being shady, but every other weekend he would always text and want to hang out. And then on those weekends, he would never respond to text messages, wouldn't text me, wouldn't want to see me, nothing. And then on Monday, he'd just pretend like nothing happened. And I finally said, hey, I'm not cool with how you're treating me. What is going on? And he literally told me he has a girlfriend. Like, what? I totally did some IG hunting and found out that he has 2 profiles. So I only have the one where he's on his boys trips and playing golf, and then he hid the one where he has tons of photos of him and his girlfriend. The version of me now would have 100% told him, but the version of me back then didn't know what the hell to do and took the easier way out and didn't tell her anything. But guess what? Apparently they broke up anyway because he started cheating on her with another coworker at another building where they all were. She found out, they broke up, they're back together now and engaged. Can I tell you what he told me about? I was like, hey man, you're cheating on her, or why don't you just break up if you're clearly unhappy? And you know what he told me? That she does his laundry and takes care of him well. What? So is that a reason for you to stay in a relationship? I hope to God that she realizes she's so much better than that. I deserved better, and so do you. If you find yourself in a similar situation as mine or as the other girl in this story, do yourself a favor and run.
Okay.
That man will not change unless he undergoes some deep self-reflection and healing.
He doesn't need to do that. He doesn't need to go undergo any deep self-reflection or healing. He knows exactly what he's doing, and let me explain what is happening here. For you guys who are late to the party, especially you modern women, the reason why these guys do that to you is because you are going for guys who are well above your scale, right? Your look scale, your SMV. This is a 30-year-old woman. She's going for, obviously, a dude who is essentially a Chad, right? And the thing you have to understand about these guys is they have their pick of the litter, right? These chicks, they're going for these Chad-type guys who are better looking than they are, higher value, right? They might be higher value males. And here she is as a 30-year-old woman. So these guys, these higher value dudes, clearly they have options. They have women lining up. Why? Because they're good looking, might be making 6 figures or more, might be 6 feet tall or taller than that, right? Jacked. These are the type of guys that are on these dating apps that are getting 80% of the women messaging them and then being the 20% of the dudes, right? So these guys, they don't need to settle for a 30-year-old female who has been ran through, right? They don't. So what guys will do is, see, women don't do this. Women sleep with who they want, right? Whereas guys sleep with who they can. So a lot of guys, even the higher value guys, will sometimes kind of date down just to get sex, right? You've probably done this too. You've kind of dated down where the girl, she's not ugly, she's not bad looking, she's kind of cute. You would never date her, but she's cute enough to jump in the sack with. So you do that, but then the girl expects more, right? But you're like, no, I know I could do better. Well, I don't want anything with this chick. So all you do is have sex with her. That is essentially what this dude did to her, right? And many other women out there who are having the same problem. This is your problem. You don't want a guy that is on your level, right? Because this chick, let's take a look, man. This chick, sorry to say, man, this chick is about a 4, maybe a 3.5, maybe a 3. That's my honest opinion. Especially living in LA, this chick is in LA, where I am, there's models everywhere. There are drop-dead gorgeous 10s in the grocery store at 2 in the morning at the Ralph's in Studio City, my favorite place to shop, by the way. There are. This chick's about a 3 or 4 at best, and here she is going for a guy who is who has options, put it that way. He doesn't need to settle for her. And all he's doing is exercising his options. And she seems just bewildered by that. And then here she goes with the common, like, modern woman speak. I deserve. Oh, I deserve. No, you don't want the guy that you deserve. Because really, you would deserve a guy who's about a 3 or 4 in looks. Kind of pudgy dude, doesn't make as much money, maybe around, like her height. She doesn't want that guy. Right? The guy who would actually stay with her, be faithful with her, not have other girlfriends doing his laundry. She doesn't want that guy. She wants to continue to shop out of her price range, but yet, like most modern women in her position, she doesn't have anything of value to exchange, right? She doesn't have any leverage on this bargaining table. So she's going to continue to be frustrated. But enough of her. Let's go ahead and roll on to the next chick here, shall we?
And healing.
Here we go.
5 things I'll never do again as a divorced single mom. Number
Oh
1,
my
I will
God.
never have a child with a man who I've known for less than 3 years.
You shouldn't have done that in the first place, dummy.
Preferably 5, unless you're getting close to like 35, 40 and you're worried about like your egg. Number 2, I will never be with a man whose family does not respect me and treat me like one of their own. If they don't, he's got to cut them off with me, because I will not
Whoa.
be put in a situation with people who do not respect me.
She's asking the dude to cut off his family for her, a divorced single mom. Let me ask you, would you cut off your family for some divorced single mom? I don't think so.
As a mother and a human being. Number 3, if a man has ever had a protection order or a temporary restraining order put against him, there's a reason for that. Judges don't just do it because
the reason is most chicks are crazy and they take advantage of court systems. I've told you, I've seen plenty of cases where the woman just put a restraining order on the ex-boyfriend. She wasn't threatened by him. She wasn't worried about him doing anything to her. She just used the court system to keep him away while she banged the new dude at her place. And if the dude kind of bothered to show up, just call the cops. Look, he's harassing me. I need your protection so I can bang the new guy. So no, she's wrong about that. Of course, there's some legitimate restraining orders out there, but you really have to look at the person filing it. I've always told my students, like, hey, if this chick has filed restraining orders on ex-boyfriends, do not date her, because you know what? You will be the next one. You will be the next one. Avoid these chicks like the plague. As soon as I find out, like, if the chick's like, oh, I had my ex-boyfriend, I had to get a restraining order. Like, why? And it's usually more than one dude, right? Oh, what about this other guy? Why'd you get a restraining order on him? Why are you filing restraining orders on all these guys? Why are you attracting these guys? And better question, not to play devil's advocate, but what are you doing to cause these guys to act out the way they do? Right? Might be a better question.
Every mama says, oh, he's mean to me. Like, there's always a reason. So never, ever date a man who has any kind of history like that with an ex. Number 4,
like
I will
you.
never depend on a man financially ever again. It doesn't matter if when you first meet him, he seems like this really hard worker and he's like pursuing his job and his career and everything. If you depend on him financially and then he decides that he'd rather play video games in the attic and drink all the time.
Who picked that guy? Who opened their legs for that dude? Okay. We've said it a million times here that women are the ones who choose, right? They're the ones who choose who to have sex with and who not to have sex with. As guys, we're not the choosers. We're not the ones sitting there making, oh, I'm going to make her wait, man. I'm going to make this new hot chick that I met. I'm going to make her wait 6 months before she can sleep with me. No, you're trying to get at it as quickly as possible. And it's she who's trying to hold back on you.
You're left destitute. You're left at the grocery store getting
Big
your
word.
card denied trying to buy diapers. So don't ever depend on a man financially. Number 5, never get married before the age of 25. You don't know anything about yourself. He doesn't know anything about himself. You can be with someone before then, but you should not be married until after 25. Maybe even later for men, but for women, age of 25, I think is when you really start to become who you are as an adult.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to one more. Goodness gracious, that's me.
Well, it takes a real man to date a single mom. No, it doesn't. I
Come on, girl. You know it's true.
The easiest women out there to date.
She looks very upset at me.
Ouch, Matt, that hurt my feelings.
Not bad.
If you're a single mom and you watch this thing, it's horrible. But
Whoa. All right, let's
that's
let her
what
speak.
happened to me when I was YouTubing, like Googling, but on YouTube, single mom and dating, because I was sort of getting ready to date. And this was years ago, right, in the beginning.
Yeah, that's an older
So
video.
I just wanted to see, like, if I could find a channel, like, on tips on dating when you're a single mom, how it is, and all that stuff. But I encountered
Welcome,
so
Red
many
Pill.
men with these blue pill or red pill channels, I don't know. And basically, they're all telling them not to date single moms and blah, blah. And I totally respect that. Everyone should date, like, the type of person they want. But the curious thing about it is that these dating sites, they don't actually help people better themselves. Because I, for one, think that when you're dating, like, you're putting yourself out there, like, why are you deserving, like, to be in a relationship? Like, for me, I only dated one guy after I left my ex, and it was like the best experience ever because I'm very picky. And after a horrible experience, my past
Should have been
relationship
pickier,
was
though.
in domestic violence, one a very abusive one.
Whoa.
And after that, well, I was very picky of who I chose to, like, hang out with. It was the
But again, the time to be picky is before you get impregnated.
best experience ever. But then when, I started to realize, what if this would go forward? Like, I'm not ready. Like, I started working on improving my credit score, getting a better job,
Good.
focusing on my kids, just getting a better lifestyle. Because
Good.
I knew, like, if that feeling I had was mutual,
But all things you should do before.
it would have been very complicated because I still have this crazy ex. Yeah, I know, I'm a walking red flag. That would
Who picks these
make
guys?
this guy's life impossible, and I love him so much. To this day, we're really, really great friends, and, like, I would want to, like, bring the best out of my partner
Slides.
and also offer the best of me. And although right now I consider myself, like, a great, amazing person, I know I can offer so many more, and I still am. After that, I haven't dated anymore because I really love working on myself, and I think that's what pages, like, for dating pages, should inspire, for you to be a better person and to spread love. Like, I don't know, maybe he didn't have, like, his mom didn't love him enough, and that's why all his hate on his channel, but
Hate?
spread love.
Hate? Why do women go right to the shaming tactics? Okay, and then they always bring my mom into it. No, I was raised by both my parents. I was raised very well, and I have a fabulous relationship with my parents. So, and I've done well for myself. And the point of these videos are not to bash you. I mean, you seem like a sweet girl, right? But I mean, before I even go there, I could easily say the same thing. Did your daddy not love you? Is that why you became a single mom? Right? Or did your mom just neglect you? Is that why you became a single mom? Is that why you choose bad guys? Right? I mean, I could easily go there, but mine would have more basis because you did become a single mom. Whereas I didn't become a single father. I'm not divorced or anything. I became financially successful, regardless of the fact that we grew up poor. So no, I had both my parents. I didn't grow up in a single mom household. My dad was the traditional masculine man. We were raised Catholic and went to church and never got involved in drugs, smoking, drinking, or anything like that. Did very well. So, but again, these chicks always love to go right to the shaming tactics. But I won't hold that against her. I understand. However, again, the point of these videos is not to bash women. It's to warn other women to not make the same mistake. Because one thing I always cite when I do these single mom videos is the statistics. Okay. Beyond the fact that most men don't want to date single moms, which is true, right? These are factually true things. Hold on, I'm going to hit these lights. This is insane. There we go. Women do not like hearing the truth, right? And I really wish more of these single moms would appreciate the fact, and I do get some from time to time, right? I mean, obviously, most of them bash. They attack the messenger, right, which is me, instead of the studies, like the truth, right? The problem with a lot of these single moms is they've been lied to their entire lives. They've had smoke blown up their ass their entire lives, telling them, oh, you're going to be a hero if you become a single mom, or, oh, don't worry about what anybody else thinks. Oh, don't worry about those pesky statistics from the U.S. government about your child, being 26 times more likely to commit suicide and have suicidal thoughts and abuse drugs and alcohol and become a pole dancer and end up in prison or a violent criminal. Oh, those pesky statistics. You go, girl. You can do it all and have it all. They want to fill you up with that, that rubbish, whereas in the red pill community, we don't. We're just very honest with you because nobody is holding these single moms accountable. Because us as citizens, innocent citizens in society, are going to have to deal with these bastard kids when they get older, right? And I have a good number of my followers, maybe even half, grew up in single mother households. So I hear these guys giving me story after story after story about what a nightmare was. Of course, they love their moms still, right? I understand that. I'm not trying to disrespect their moms, but they tell me their stories like, oh my God, I wish I had my dad. I want to know what that's like, it's just so, it's so disgusting to rob a child of a father, to raise him in a fatherless home, right? And so, these videos that I do on my channel are not to make single moms feel bad about themselves. It's to warn anyone else who has the idea to become a single mom that it's not a good idea. Not just for you, but mostly that kid, right? Mostly that child. It's so unfair to that child to not have a dad. It's so unfair, and it's unfair to society, right? And so, I'm house shopping, right? I've been house shopping for the better part of 2023, and whenever I have friends who go house shopping, they're always asking me hey, how do I find the best neighborhood? I always tell them, find the neighborhood with the least amount of single moms, right? You want to save neighborhood? Go to the one without the least amount of single moms, where there's 2-parent families, because the neighborhoods I look at where it's mostly 2-parent families and you see those kids, teenagers running around, they're good kids. You don't have to worry about them carjacking you or, stealing your stereo or breaking into your home. You don't have to worry about that. But neighborhoods with a lot of single moms, oh, those kids, believe, man, you better be packing. So, seems like a sweet girl, and again, I'm not mad at her for again, making the common distinction. Oh, you have mommy issues? No, love my mom. Actually, yesterday was my mom's birthday, and we took her out. Me and my father and my niece and my sister. We all went to dinner, and had a great time. So come from a loving family. I know you guys don't want to hear that because you want to be like, no, there's something wrong that he has this hate for single moms. I don't. What I hate is the fact that your child does not have a father and you're robbing him of his, just having a normal childhood, right? And the number one predictor of success, by the way, to know whether your kid's going to become successful or not, is if he grows up in a 2-parent household. That's it. There's no other factors but that. That is the number one predictor. Right? I got in a lot of trouble as a youth, and I still became successful. You know why? Because I had both my mom and my dad. So, as always, gentlemen, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you'd like to add, anything you'd like to share, anything I might have missed. Drop your comments below. As always, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Don't forget to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and smash that notification bell as well. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. And if you love what I'm teaching here and I'm enlightening you, best way to support my work, just jump into 7 Months of Mastery, click the link below. It'll take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. Just takes 2 seconds, and it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons. I'm out. See you in the next.